What does your perfect structure really look like? And what does it look like today? I'm David Stiernholm, and in the final episode of the year of the Structure podcast Done, I'm sharing a shortcut to improving your structure and making it last. But first, Christmas is just around the corner, and soon it's January and time for the 2026 kickoff. If you haven't yet booked a talk on structure and working in a more stress-reducing, sustainable way, now's the time to do it. Email me at david@stiernholm.com and I'll send you a quote right away. What Michael showed me that he had done is something I wish more people would do. We met when I was giving a talk at a customer event organized by the consulting firm where Michael is head of development. Afterwards, I received an email where he told me that after the talk he had decided to write down how he wants his structure to be. What particularly stuck with me, and that more people would benefit from doing, was that he had described what applies in the different modes he has at work. For him, for example, these are execution mode, handling mode for new incoming matters, and planning and reflection mode. For me, it can also be travel mode and around lecture mode, about 1 hour before and after a lecture or course. For each mode, he described the purpose of the mode, that is, what he should primarily focus on then. I will allow myself to quote him from the planning and reflection mode. He writes, "Ensure that the calendar, projects and tasks are in sync, that nothing is lost, and that I actively improve my structure and my ways of working." After that, he pinpointed how he wants to work in a structured way in each mode. When I do this for the execution mode, it sounds like this. I work as focused as I can on the task that is currently the highest priority. The phone is placed where I cannot see it. I refrain from fetching new emails. At least once an hour, I take a short break when I stand up and do something completely different. If it's a day when I need it, I listen to the kind of music that on that particular day makes the work easier. And so on. Michael emphasized to me that what is described is not necessarily how he manages to work every day, in every mode, but it is a clear description of the ideal way of working he strives for in his refinement of structure. I think this is excellent. If you create such a clear picture, you can more easily see where you need to fine-tune your way of working next. When you pick up a new trick or idea, here in the podcast, for example, you have a better place to note it than just putting it in the back of your mind and hoping you will adopt what you have come up with. Do this. Think about which different modes you have in your work. For each one, describe your primary focus for that particular mode. List how you want to work in each mode. What rules do you want to follow? What boundaries do you want to stay within then? What do you want to refrain from doing in that particular mode? And then save your description of your structured way of working, where you keep other instructions, quick reference guides, and routine descriptions. And when you feel that your way of working has deteriorated and you have fallen out of good habits, take a look at what you previously described. See where your way of working today differs from how you once decided to work. Define one concrete thing you will do to get back on track. Do it right away or put it on your to-do list. Because if you define how you work in a structured way, your structure can last longer. You have a template to follow, and you can make the adjustments needed at any time to have a work situation you are comfortable with. Have you also made a similar description of how you work in a structured way as Michael did? What did you describe in it? I'm curious to hear, so write to me at david@stiernholm.com and tell me. And you know what? I think it's time for us to take Christmas leave. The podcast and I will both be back right at the beginning of the new year. I wish you a Merry Christmas when the time comes.